75 Hz monitor buying guide. We're done with the various evaluations now. If we counted the choices, we had 11 monitors to choose from. But is it necessary to make a decision straight away? I don't believe so. If you don't know what to look for while making a purchase, the whole process might be a bit bewildering. Is this all clear to you? What are the benefits of using a 75 Hz display? For you, 75 Hz seems to be a perfect frequency range. If you already own a 60 Hz monitor, this is the one you want to replace it with. On top of that, it appears to be the ideal advancement in technology. Even though they are not synonymous, the terms frames per second, FPS, and refresh rate, RR, are sometimes used interchangeably. A greater refresh rate, on the other hand, only makes the display appear more fluid. In comparison to the 60 frames of the earlier displays, you can view up to 75 frames per second on the newer models. This improves the overall quality of the video and the monitor's output. The year is 2021. When they play games on their high-end PCs, PC players desire the sense of dominance they receive from gaming consoles. Last-generation consoles can't truly give a stable 75 Hz experience, which is really disappointing. And the PCMR boys are able to pump out more than 75 frames per second with their pricey components, despite their high price tag. Even a low-cost CPU and a mid-range GPU may easily surpass consoles from the previous generation. A comparison of 75 Hz, the standard, to 144 Hz. Despite what you may assume, the numbers actually matter here. However, this is the case. If your 75 Hz display can't keep up with a 144 Hz refresh rate, it's time to upgrade. However, there are a few restrictions. A 144 Hz monitor isn't going to do anything for you if you don't have high-performance dedicated graphics cards. Your monitor's refresh rate doesn't actually matter. If you're using a 1030 GPU, you won't be able to play most AAA games at 30 frames per second. Although it may come across as harsh, this is the reality. However, if you can afford a 144 Hz monitor, I believe you've already got a good setup. A 144 Hz display is usually preferable in this situation. Remember that if you have the 30 series GPUs from NVIDIA or even the latest AMD ones, you have an advantage. Monitors with 75 Hz refresh rates are more budget-friendly, in my opinion. I'm not sure if you've noticed, but 144 Hz monitors are exorbitantly expensive. FAQs: What's up with my 75 Hz monitor running at a 60 Hz refresh rate instead? Toggle this in Windows, if you'd like. For the 75 Hz option to work properly, you must manually pick it from the display settings. Do 75 Hz monitors work well for games? I'll tell you the truth. Since it's in the middle, it's not the best choice for gaming. But if you're looking for anything better than the 60 Hz experience, this is the place to go. Can a 144 FPS game be played at 120 FPS on a 75 Hz monitor? The number of frames per second, FPS, and the refresh rate are not the same thing. Even if you have a dedicated graphics card, you won't be able to witness frame rates of 120 or 144 per second. Due to its cap of 75 Hz, this can happen. How many frames per second can a 75 Hz monitor show? Despite the fact that FPS and refresh rate are not the same, you may expect to play at a maximum of 75 FPS on these monitors. What is the optimal frame rate for a 75 Hz display? Since these monitors only allow for 75 frames per second, it's best to aim for at least that many frames per second on your system. As long as you can maintain 80 to 85 FPS when playing games, you'll be okay. Is a 75 Hz monitor worth it? You should definitely get a 75 Hz monitor based on the current situation. A seamless transition from low refresh rate gaming to high refresh rate gaming. Yes, I can get a 4K 75 Hz display. You certainly can. Enough 4 Kelvin 75 Hz monitors are available, but not many. The greatest 4K monitor, in my opinion, is the Asus VP28UQG. Conclusion: finally, it's time for us to say our goodbyes. Every monitor has its advantages and disadvantages, and we've done our best to show them all off in this article. If you're still perplexed, I'm afraid I'm at a loss for words. All of the monitors in this room have their own set of peculiarities. As a result, delaying making a decision will serve you well. If you're looking for the top 75 Hz monitors, have another look at the comparison tables. If you're in a hurry, there are other options. All of them have something special to offer. Because of this, they serve as a portal into the high refresh rate gaming world.